So because these are symbols, if we look here at these symbols, I can now take this symbol, and that symbol has properties to it. I'm going to start out just with color effect, and notice I can do brightness, tint, alpha, or advanced, which really should be the last one on the list. And I'll start out with tint here, choose more of a color, and this is the angry brother, so he's red, and I could tint him a little bit more red, and we'll see that he starts out normal and grows red. So you can see I've changed his color here, but notice the other ones did not change. So I've changed this instance of this face. If I go to this brother here, and I will change his tint, and he's the sad brother, so he gets to be blue. So he turns blue as it goes through. And if this one here, this is the jealous brother, so of course then he will turn green. But now when you change it on the first keyframe, it often stays the whole way. So he's jealous because he doesn't get to do anything except move in a straight line. So he's sad. He's sad and jealous and mad he gets to be all of it, so he's the green one. So if we watch this movie, we can see how the others are changing, he's remaining the same. But they're all derived from that one master clown symbol. Now this is the powerful part of symbols. I got to reuse it. But if I decide that these guys actually don't have fuzzy hair, maybe they're the bald brothers, they were wearing wigs, and I decide as I work in this project they shouldn't have wigs, I modified the three on screen individually. But if I want to modify the template they're based from, I can double click on one of them or double click on the symbol in the library. If I go here and look at this, if I take this hair and go, oh, gone, gone, like that. If I go back to scene one, all of them lost their hair because the master symbol was changed. So when it's a symbol, I can't get rid of part of it artwork-wise without affecting all future and current instances of that symbol. So if I wanted one clown with hair, one without, I would need to make two clowns. That would be the way I would pull it off to make that happen. So that's an important part of using symbols. That's one thing I want to show. The final thing for the day that I want to wrap up with is you can create these paths, but you can also draw the path you want your animation to follow. So using the pencil tool, I'm going to switch it to smooth, not straighten. And I am going to on a clean layer, because if I click on my tween layer and try and draw, it scolds me and says, that's a tween path, you're not allowed to draw on it. And I'll say, oh, yeah, I know. Sorry, my bad. So then I will go to this new layer and decide that the green brother gets to follow that. So if you've ever tried to animate a bouncing ball in the past and realized you had to put in a whole bunch of keyframes and do things, I drew a path, select it, cut it, don't need to see it anymore, go back to this tween right here, and I clicked on the tween. I didn't click on the artwork, I didn't click on the stage, I clicked in the tween itself, and now I have to use the keyboard shortcut for paste. There is no way to access the paste I need off of any pull-down menus or right-click menus. I have to use keyboard shortcut of Command V or Control V on Windows and paste. Oh, let's see. Apparently my stroke didn't copy quite right. I'm going to draw a new one then. Let me just adjust the size of my pencil here down to 1. And now you can see that occurred there. If I grab the move tool, I can just click on the whole tween on stage, put it on, and now he's following. He gets to hop along. A very quick and easy way. Now the key part is when you draw a path to animate with, it can't cross itself, because where the path would cross itself, so if the line crosses, Flash won't know what to do at that crossing point. It won't know which part of the line it's supposed to follow, so it will freak out. So this method only works for non-crossing paths. So you can't do a loop-de-loop. You need to use a different tool or a different technique to pull that off, and we're not going to go into that right now. Alright, so now we can see that he gets to bounce along. So he might want to actually turn to a better color. Maybe instead of being green, he's going to become yellow, because he's happy. He's happy now, because, and yellow is a happy color, because he gets the cool animation where the other people are just working on kind of lame paths. See, he's got happy yellow now. So he starts out thinking it's a bad day at green, and he goes to yellow. So we're using color to help convey some of the mood and feeling and even the content of what the animation represents.